Good morning. So we are here to discuss about the construction of normal curves. So we have here our example, a clothing factory, which is actually measuring its weekly demands for about 200 weeks. And it has observed that from 0 to 1,000 yards weekly demands, it has been observed for about 2 weeks. And 1,000 to 2,000, it has been observed about 5 weeks. And then 22 weeks for 2,000 to 3,000 weekly demands, 50 weeks for 3,000 to 4,000 weekly demands, and 62 for 4,000 to 5,000 weekly demands, and then so on. And as you can observe, its range is actually interval at having an interval of every 1,000. So 0 to 1,000, 1,000 to 2,000. 2000 to 3, and so on. And when it has collected its data, so it has a sample mean of 4,200 yards. So meaning the weekly demands for about 200 weeks of observation is about 4,200 yards on the average. So that is the sample mean. And then the standard deviation is actually equal to 1,232. So this is the square root of the variance or the variability of the data set. So how do we construct the normal curve of this data set? So we have here our normal curve. So ito yung pinaka-aim natin na magawa. And then let us focus first on our idea on the normal curve, which is actually this area is equal to what? This area is equal to 1, since this area under the curve is the probability of occurrence of all these values, of all these x-scores or x values. So, what to do first? So, given our table, yan, so we first construct our normal curve. So, having in mind that the center of the normal curve is the mean, and the mean is equal to 4.2. Why 4.2? So we just divide the 4,200 yards, that's the sample mean, into 1,000. So that's why in the figure below here, dito sa figure natin, 4.2 yung naka-reflect dyan, represented by 4.2 ang ating mean. So, para hindi masyadong mahaba yung isusulat natin sa ating normal curve. So, we have here mean of 4.2. And then the next thing is we draw the intervals in thousands. So, this represents 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7, and then 8. So, ang una muna natin ginawa is that we first take into consideration the symmetry of this normal curve. So, dapat symmetric siya, left to right. So, we consider the 4.2 ang mean. So, since yung 4.2 lies between the 4,000 to 5,000 range, so we have here our 4,000 or 4, and then we have 5, 6, 7, 8, the right. That's above the mean, and then below the mean we have 0 to 4,000. So the next thing that we did is we convert all these scores yung term natin, all these values. So we have, this is representing 1,000 weekly demand, 2,000 weekly demand, 3,000 weekly demand, 4,000 weekly demand, and the mean 4,200 weekly demands, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 weekly demands. So we convert all those values into z-scores. So that's why we have here a blue line below this normal curve. We have here a blue line. And then this blue line represents the z-scores. So if you're going to get the z-score of our mean, which is 4.2 or 4,200 yards. So its z-score is actually equal to 0. Why 0? So we go back to our discussion here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So why 0? Because we have here this is our formula for z. Here, this is our formula for z. So that's x minus the sample mean over the standard deviation of our sample. So if we have here x of 4,200, that's minus 4,200 as mean. So that will become 0. So 0 divided by number is 0. So that's why yung mean natin, z-score of our mean is equal to 0. So we just convert this normal curve into a standard normal curve or into standard z values. We convert the x scores into z scores. We convert the weekly demands into z scores. Okay. So for 1,000, so here for 1,000 is here. So the z-score for 1,000 is equals to negative 2.6. And the z-score for 5,000 is equal to 6,000 rather. And the z-score for 6,000 is equal to 1.46. Z-score for 4,000, disregard nyo muna tong for z of 4,000 to 500, for z of 5 to 6, yan. Focus muna kayo dito sa z-score. For z-score of 4,000, we have negative 0.16. And then for z-score of 5,000, we have 0.65. And then, okay? So, hindi ko na isinulat dito yung other methods of getting the z-scores. So, okay. So, that's why we have these values. So, we consider 1,000 here. So, we have 2.6. We consider 2,000 here. So, we have 1.79. Consider 3,000. So, we have 0.97. And then we consider 4,000. We have negative 0.16. Then we have a z of 0 doon sa mean. And then we have 0.65 sa 5. 1.46 sa 6, 2.27 sa 7, and then for 8, we have, ano ba yung value sa 8 natin? Okay, so, yan, 3.08. So, hindi ko lang naisulat, 3.08 dyan. Okay, so, we already have the z values or the z-scores. So, what's next? So, the next thing that we're going to do is to first get this area from x to mean. From this value, this 1 to 4.2. And how do we get that area? Okay? So, kuhanin natin muna the area to the left of the z-scores or the z-value. And that is why we will apply here yung ating knowledge on getting the probability values using the standard normal table. So, sa table na, sa graph na pinakita kanina, meron na tayong mga z-scores, right? And then, our z-scores, if we're going to get the area doon sa curve na yon, it represents the area from the z-score going to the left. So, ibig sabihin, if you're going to get the area of this 0 to 1,000, then that's 1,000 below. So, we get the area of z negative 2.6. So, ang area nito, this one, this area, ayan, this area is the probability that we will get here sa ating standard table with a z-value of 2.6. So, hanapin natin si 2.6 ba? Negative. Negative 2.6. So, negative 2.6. And the negative 2.6 is 0.00466. So, if you will round that off, that's 0.00467. And that is why we have the here 0.0047 yung area. Okay? So, next thing is yung ito naman. How about the area from 1 to 2? From 1 to 2. Yan. So, kung i-consider natin yung mga areas between intervals, yun yung sinasabi natin dito sa ating table na range area. Yan. Itong area naman ng sinasabi dito sa x going to mean is actually equal sa area ng x value going to mean. Ibig sabihin, yung if you are going to consider 0, yan, 0, lower limit, 0 to 4.2. Kasi yung 4.2 natin yung mean. So, we have 0 to 4.2. Ano yung area niyan? The area is 0.5. Kasi nga, yung whole area ng curve is 1. And ang mean is yun yung symmetry. So, 0 to mean, we have 0.5. And then, okay. So, 1 to 2 na range. Yan. So, we have negative 2.6 yung z-score. So, if you're going to get the area ng 1,000, yan, area ng 1,000 to the mean, then that means kailangan muna nating makuha yung area na ito, yung 4.0047. So, since given na yan, nakuha natin kanina, so we have 5.5 minus 0.0047. So, we have 0.5 minus 0.0047. So, we have an area of 0.4953. So, itong 0.4953 na ito, this one, 0.4953 is the area from 1,000 to mean. So, itong area na ito. Yan. So, the next thing is yung area naman ng 2,000 to 4,200 or 2 to 4.2. Itong area naman na ito, yung kuhanin natin dito. X to mean. So, dito tayo ulit sa 2,000. Yan, dito. Balik tayo dito. Sorry, yan. Yan. So, we already got this area. We already got that area from X to mean, and that is 0.4953. Then, next is 2 to 4.2. So, we get that area. So, we consider a z-score na negative 1.79. So, if we're going to consider this z-score, then makukuha naman natin ulit yung area na ito. Yan. Ganun. So, negative 1.79. So, we have negative 1.79 dulo 791. We have 0.03673 minus, yan. So, 0.5 minus again 0.03673. So, we have 0.46327. Yan. That's why we have 0.6327 or 0.4633. Okay. Then, from 3,000 to 4,000 na range, yan, ang consider natin is yung area. This area to that, 3,000. Yan. So, itong area naman na ito, yung hahanapin natin ngayon. So, paano natin hanapin? Consider natin itong 0.97. So, we have 0.97 na z-score. So, ang area niyan is 0.97. 0.97. We have 0.83398. Yan. Since yung area na ito ay 0.83998, yan. This whole area is 0.83398. How do we get the area from 3 to 4.2? So, we have 0.5 minus 0.83398. Kaya meron tayo 0.3398 dito. Or 0.3340. Okay. So, next. Yan. Ito naman, dito. Itong, yan. So, we all know that yung area ni, yan, from 0 to the mean is 0.5. So, ang next naman natin is yung area to the left from mean to score na 5. So, dito sa right side, yung greater than the mean. So, how do we get yung area, this one, area from the mean? Yan, pinifill out natin yung table dito. We already have this, our z. And then, ito namang table na ito ang pinifill out natin. So, yan. So, 5. So, consider 0.65. So, 0.65, hanapin natin si 0.65. Sorry. 0.65. So, the area is 0.74215. Yan. So, yan. Ibig sabihin nito, itong 0.74215 is the area of this square to the left. So, itong area, whole area na to. Yan. So, paano natin makuha yung area from x to mean? Dito, yan. Paano natin makuha yan? So, let's deduct this whole area. And that is 0.74215 minus the area nitong 50%. So, that's minus 0.5. Kaya meron tayong 0.2415 dito sa ating table. 0.2415 or 0.24215 or 0.2422 rounded off. So, next is again, we get this area from score to mean. Ito, yan. So, we have 1.46 and kung hahanapin yung 1.46, 46. So, we have 0.92, 0.92785 minus again 0.5. Yan. So, yung area nito is 0.9275 based on the standard table. Sorry, yan. So, area to the left of Z 1.46 is equal to 0.9275. So, kuhanin natin yung area from 6 to mean. So, itong area na to lang, yan. Mo-minus ulit natin yung area na ito, yan. Minus this area. Yan. Minus that area. So, we get this as 0.92785 minus 0.5. We have 0.42785. Yan. Or 0.4279. Ganon din yung method na gagamitin, na gagawin natin dito sa 7 and sa 8. So, okay na tayo dito sa Z and okay na tayo dito sa area from X to mean. Okay. And then, what's next? So, tanong nyo bakit ano to, dalawa ang value dito sa 4 to 5. Kasi, consider natin yung mean. To, nahati kasi sila eh. Consider natin area from X to mean. From X to mean. So, dalawang value yung nasa range na 4,000 to 5,000. So, yan. And then, the next thing that we're going to do is to get this range area. Yung kukunin talaga natin yung area mismo nito, area mismo nitong 1 to 2 lang, area mismo nitong 2 to 3, itong 3 to 4, itong 4 to 5, and itong 5 to 6, 6, yan, and then so on. Yan. So, paano natin makukuha yung area na yon? So, since given na yung ating mga nakuhang areas kanina, ito, meron na yan. So, we just i-deduct lang natin yung mga figures. So, we have 0.0047 sa area, sa range na 0 to 1,000. So, that's below 1,000. So, ang area niya is 0.0047. So, dito, 0.0047. So, from 1 to 2, ano yung area na nakuha natin from mean to 1 to mean. 1 to mean. Nakuha natin is from x to mean is 0.4953. Yan. So, 0.4953. Okay. So, yan. So, itong, yan. Ang nakuha natin na range dito is 1, sana ba? Okay, 0.953 from 1,000 to the mean. So, 1,000 to the mean. So, paano natin makukuha ito ngayon? Itong 2. So, i-minus natin yung area ng 1,000 to mean minus yung area na nakuha natin from 2,000 to mean. So, ibig sabihin, itong 0.4953 minus 0.4633, that is the range area. So, let's see. 0.4953 minus 0.4953 minus 0.4633. So, we have 0.032. And ang kasunod naman is getting the range area of 2,000 to 3,000. So, ito naman yung kukuhanin natin. So, para makuha natin yan, meron tayong area from 2,000 to mean. Yan. 2,000 to 4,200 or 2 to 4.2 minus the area ng 3,000 to mean. So, we have 4.4633 minus 0.3340. So, we have 0.1293. 10. Yan. 10. Anong next? Ito namang 3 to 4. So, itong 3 to 4 naman, from 3 to mean, 3 to 4.2, the area of this minus area nitong maliit na lang na strip na ito. So that we will get this area. So 4 to 4.2. So balik tayo dito. So ang area ng 4 to 4.2 is 0.0636. So we deduct this doon sa 0.3340 minus 0.036. So we have 0.3340 minus 0.636, 0.0636, 0.27. Yan. We have 0.2704. Okay. So, yun yung sa left ng curve. So, nakuha na natin to, yung range area nito, this one, and this little one. So, what's sa right? So, since itong 5 to 4.2, you already have this and that area is 0.2422. So, 0.2422 yan. So, itong area na 5 to 6, we have the area ng 6 to mean. Yan. And the area is 0.4279. Yan. I-deduct natin ang 0.4279 doon sa itong area na to. This area. So, area nitong ganyan minus this area. So, we have area na 0.4279 minus 0.2422, and that is equal to 0.1875. Similarly, ang gagawin din natin dito sa 6 to 7, itong area na ito, yan, minus this area. So, makuha natin yung area na 6 to 7. So, that's why this area, 0.4884 minus 0.4279, we have 0.065. And then 0.4990 minus 0.480, we have 0.0106. And then, paano natin makuha itong pinaka-last, itong pinaka-tail? So, we just deduct also itong 0.5. Yan, whole, half na 0.5. Minus this area. Ito yung nakuha natin na area. That's to the left of a z-score ng 8. Minus 0.4990. So, we have 0.0010. So, meron na tayong mga range area. And these are actually the areas na naka-reflect dito sa ating normal curve. Yan. So, this is the little na 0.0636, and then area na to is yung 0.2422. So, yung range na 4 to 5 is 0.3058 yung kanyang area. And as you can observe, habang lumalapit dito sa mean, tumataas yung probability. So, we have 0.0047, 0.03, 0.12, 0.27, at 2.3 from the left, and then from the right, we have 0.001, 0.01, 0.06, 0.18, 2.3058. Okay. So, ano yung gamit ni normal frequency? So, tinitingnan natin kung ano yung number. Yan. This one. Normal frequency. So, how do we get this first muna? So, we get the normal frequency. Kaya siya tinawag na normal frequency is that we have converted already the data set into standard normal data or standard normal. So, we have a range area na 0.0047, and this is the probability, right? So, sa 200 na sample, ano yung probability that your weekly demand or ilan ang weeks, probable weeks na ang weekly demand ay 0 to 1,000 yards. So, that is 0.0047 times 200. 0.0047 times 200. So, we have 0.94. So, 0.94 are just not equal to 1. Kung round off mo 1. So, merong 1 week na possible na magkaroon ng 0 to 1,000 weekly demand. On the other hand, pagka 1,000 to 2,000 naman, ang range area niya, probability is 0.0320, or that's, if you're going to convert that to percentage, only 3% ng 200. So, 3% of the 200 is 0.032 times 200. So, we have 6.4. So, there will be 6 weeks, probably 6 weeks, na magkakaroon ng 1,000 to 2,000 weekly demands, and so on. So, as you can observe here sa ating table, pinakamadami o most probable na demand ay somewhere between 4,000 to 5,000, and that comprises 61%. 61 weeks rather. And that's 30% of the normal curve. So, usually, ganito yung nangyayari. 30% ng range area yung normal curve. So, ibig sabihin, in the 200 weeks, there will be 61 weeks na ang weekly demand mo ay 4,000 to 5,000. So, that's it. So, usually, 30% yung andun sa pinaka-mean. So, ano yung implication nito? Okay, so we have here, so this will be our observed frequency, and this is the expected frequency or the normal distribution. So, what does it mean? This means that the chance of having 3,000 to 4,000 yards, if you consider 3,000 to 4,000 yards, weekly demand is 54.08%, and the chance of having 4,000 to 5,000 yards weekly demand is 61.16. Moreover, there is a low probability of having a weekly demand of 8,000 yards kasi 0.2 lang yung kanyang nakuhang expected frequency. So, the implication is that the result of this can be a basis of implementing management systems or design of equipment to be used based on the considered demand. So, likely, we can say that if there are more chances of having a demand of 3,000 to 6,000 yards, then we can optimize the return and investment considering this demand. So, depending on the perspective, many other implications can be extracted using this